So if you're going to innovate, obviously technology and what you do is important. So it's beyond just creating new materials and compounds. The grip manufacturing process is really interesting. There's a lot of chemistry that's involved in it. If you were to come see one of our factories, what you would see when we actually produce the product, there's liquid, there's gels, there's little beads, there's baseline constituent, rubber, all these things that get dumped into a big machine that basically creates the bare bones material. And whether it's a colored material or regular just black rubber, we actually have full-time chemists and engineers on staff. And I can tell you that globally, there's only really two companies that actually are fully vertically integrated and have this level of development, design, and engineering know-how and understanding in the golf grip category. And so that's us and then our friends at Golf Pride. All the other companies either have product made for them or they're not fully vertically integrated. They outsource a fair amount of what they do. So from our perspective, so when we look at the history of Lamkin and the history of the product, if we were having this conversation 3 years ago, the next slide I'm about to show you will be very different. So Genesis material is a compound that is more durable, both from a UV perspective as well as material degradation standpoint, and it's something that allows us to offer products in a wide variety of durometers or firmnesses that meet the needs of many different types of players. Fingerprint technology is incorporating microtextures which promote enhanced traction and feel, and especially if you're a player that likes or really needs or counts on a level of traction but doesn't like chord, fingerprint technology is a great option for that type of player. So from that perspective, if we were having this conversation 3 years ago, I wouldn't be able to say this. 3 years ago, about 84% of our aftermarket grips sold globally were some kind of crossline or crossline derivation. Now, 1 out of every 2 grips, just in the last 18 months that we sell, incorporates some level of fingerprint technology. And this percentage is actually higher. If I look at Asia and North America, that number is actually probably about 65%. What actually takes the number down is Europe. So that's why, I mean, it's such a great opportunity for us today here, because we know that this product works. We know that this technology is well received and just feels great. And it's giving you that comfortable high traction feel, confidence. The other thing, very importantly, for all of you that are in wetter climates, is fingerprint technology, Genesis material are give you that much more of a slip, as it mentions there, slip-free control. So it's enhanced traction without core, basically. And same thing, Genesis material. So many of the products that are in your packs incorporate this level of new material. So it's when we compare it to a regular grip that you would find in, let's say, many of the club companies' carts that are under the sun all the time. There's a reason why Mizuno, Titleist, TaylorMade, a lot of the partners that we have in the U.S. are switching away from the incumbents, the tour velvet product, candidly, and moving to something with Genesis material because they've tested it and they know how much more durable Genesis is. And ultimately, it's all about customer experience, right? So you don't want a grip that gets dry or hard or slick after being in the sun for just a couple of months. So we're able to develop better products for them that improve the category and ultimately their customers' experience. So what's incrementally new for us, which we're going to be launching this coming January globally, is a new product or a new technology that we call Calibrate. So I'll show you a quick little animation here, and then I'll speak to kind of the features and benefits of it and what differentiates Calibrate as a reminder technology from anything else that's currently in the marketplace. So we'll have 3 new products incorporating our Calibrate technology. The main kind of feature and focal point of it that differentiates it from any other reminder system out there, whether it's visible like a line or not, is Calibrate is a peaked system. So the Align and most other reminder systems are what we call a plateau system. So they're wider and flatter. Calibrate is 40% more prominent or more peaked, and actually does conform to USGA and RNA regulations. So that's important for you to know. So basically, if you're a reminder player, we're giving you more of what you want, basically. So you're getting enhanced traction, enhanced, the concept when we talk about what a reminder can do for you, allowing you to set your hands at the top and then ultimately get your face more square at impact because your hands aren't moving. So we're giving you 40% more of that in essence. So that's really kind of the concept. I'm going to pass this around so you can feel at least one of the Calibrate products, and I'll get into each 3 of them when I get into the actual product section because we're just really talking about technology at this point. But we wanted to introduce something that was different. The other thing that is quite unique and different about the way that Calibrate is produced is most other reminder systems, how they are produced, including Align, is you take a separate, firmer piece of or strip material, and in a secondary process, you incorporate it into the manufacturing of the product. The challenge with producing a reminder grip that way is that when you try and install it, you're going to have a lot of movement in the reminder with the reminder itself. So you see that ultimately with Align, those of you that are familiar with it, because the reminder line itself can kind of swiggle and there can be movement on it upon installation. With Calibrate, you don't have that because we don't use a second type of material. It's all. There is no secondary process. It's all done in one mold with one material type. So the reminder peaked system is already incorporated into the mold, into the tooling itself. Which is also different. So from an installation perspective, it's also much easier to work with. So from a positioning standpoint, we're going to be now. I can't show you this today yet because they haven't been fully developed. But we will have POS and POP specific to Calibrate and the technology that all of you will have available to you for next year. That we'll be working with. In the U.S. and with JS and their team as well, and functionally we're going to be talking about it as bigger is better. It also incorporates Genesis and fingerprint technology, all of the Calibrate products. This is how we're going to be positioning it. So better control, better feel, better results, more prominent reminder. If you're a reminder person and you like that feel, we're going to give you something that's more prominent. It's right on the limit of legality, but we've already, from a USGA perspective, we've already submitted it and it's been approved. So we're good to go there. So that is that. The other thing, so sometimes when we innovate, it's not always necessarily just a material or a production technique. Sometimes we want to come up with ideas and designs that allow our friends at the retail level to be able to offer something to the consumer, which is different and new. So we started thinking to ourselves, when a consumer goes into a pro shop and they're trying to figure out if they like a putter grip. Everyone has shafted putter grips sitting around that people can just do this with, but no one's ever actually come up with a system that allows a consumer to take a shafted grip and actually put it into an actual putter and roll putts with it. And so this interactive fitting system and display basically incorporates all of our different putter shapes, styles, and sizes, and gives the consumer the opportunity to, in essence, kind of fit themselves into the shape, style, and texture that they prefer. And so, apologize to JS that we weren't able to work out a deal with Bettinardi for the putter grip fitting system, which was sad because we produce all of Bettinardi's grips ourselves. But this system comes with a Spider X putter as part of it. And Bijal and the sales team will talk to you all about what sorts of plans and programs we have for this. We have two different types of sizes of display. One that's much smaller than that, which would probably be more amenable to a lot of your smaller green grass and off-course specialty customers as well. But it's something that it's a very simple system. It's magnetic. I'll kind of pass it around. This is a prototype, so there's a little bit of play in this. The finished tooled version will be a little tighter fit, but ultimately, what you're looking for is just the feel from a putting perspective as well. So just giving you, so we're trying to improve the category again. It's another type of innovation, I guess is another way to look at it. So let's talk about products. So even though a lot of these products that we're going to be talking about today were actually new last year, I know that for some of you, they will be brand new. So we want to go through really the full range, not just what's new for the next year, to give you visibility into our profile. It's medium firmness. It's a wonderful product that is widely used both at the OEM level, the aftermarket level, and in fact, many of the higher end, what I would call experiential club fitting companies in the U.S. like Club Champion, True Spec, Cool Clubs, all those companies that some of you may be familiar with, have all switched from either Golf Pride or Pure Grips into Sonar for all their shaft grip walls. And they have, each of these companies has about 500 or 600 shafts with grips that they use for their inline kind of baseline fittings. And
does everyone understand what plus size means?
Yeah, so yeah.
Big size.
No. So okay, so I can explain that. Thank you. Yeah. So there's when we talk about plus sizing, speaks to more material that simulates basically additional wraps of tape in the right hand. So a plus size product is going to feel more comfortable and a little larger in the right hand. So with Golf Pride, they call it +4, right? So in essence, when we talk about a plus size product, It doesn't talk about the overall size of the grip, standard, mid-size, and oversize. We're talking about only in the right hand or the lower portion of the grip. So in essence, it's more material down here, so it's more comfortable, basically. And actually, in North America right now, about 60 to 65% of all grips sold are plus size products. And if you really think about it, it makes sense because your right hand isn't smaller than your left hand, right? So a reduced taper or more modern profile actually makes a lot of sense. And if you put two of the same grips, I can almost guarantee you, into the hands of any golfer that's not a tour level player who is really familiar with the more of the traditional taper and shape, I can 8 out of 10 times at least, if you have two of the same grips, one that's plus size and one that's more of a traditional taper profile, it just feels better to most people, especially average golfers. So if you don't tell them one is different than the other, and you give them an option to actually put both in their hands, at least 80% of the time, not knowing, they're going to say, "Oh, this one feels better." So that's part of the reason why a lot of our new products are incorporating plus size or larger right hand profile moving forward. So the other thing with Sonar, which we are addressing, is that our previous distribution partner had priced Sonar. It wasn't entirely their fault, but had priced it under where it should have been priced. So we have a plan to address that. And just for all of you to understand that this is the grip that's really designed for the greatest cross section of players out there for us moving forward. So our Tour incorporates a firmer durometer. So it's designed for a little better player that likes that high traction feeling with fingerprint technology and Genesis material, but it's a simpler, cleaner look. It's actually meant to be designed logo down, like a lot of tour players prefer. So it also incorporates fingerprint technology, but it's more of a unidirectional, one simple pattern. So again, simpler, cleaner look and feel that's designed for better players with faster swing speeds that really like the traction that fingerprint technology offers, but without having to use a cord product. So on our wrap is so when we developed this product, it was interesting because wrap is obviously a segment of the grip world that is really thought of as more of a traditionalist product. That people who are used to playing original, actual wrap grips, not simulated wrap grips. Generally speaking, a lot of older players like this type of product. So we wanted to do something that improved the category. So in incorporating Genesis material and fingerprint technology into the simulated wrap, where we're giving you more of a kind of a high-tech inclusion into the wrap category. The other thing that's kind of interesting about it is if you look at, so these lines here are what we call skives or the skiving on the grip. So our design team thought to themselves, why don't we, because people have different hand sizes, and somebody who is a mid-sized player is typically going to want to, it makes more sense if we increase the distance between the skives for a mid-sized player to further enhance comfort, feel, and traction. So we did that. So the mid-size grip has enhanced sizing in between the skives compared to the standard size product. So this product, and you guys will obviously get from JS kind of all the different SKUs that are offered, but this product is available both in a mid-size and a standard size grip, overall sizing, and this is also a plus size product that's a little larger in the right hand. So Comfort Plus is more designed for our for lady and senior player. So we've had a lot of success selling this product in the U.S., especially where one of the challenges with the Win product is durability. So we're giving you enhanced comfort, fingerprint technology, and a softer, more pliable feel designed for ladies and seniors, but with immeasurably higher standard of durability. So it's a nice feature. There are actually two colors available in Comfort Plus. There's the black color and there's also a taupe color. So it's a really nice fit from that perspective.
And the only difference is the color.
Yes. Well, and size. So the taupe color is the undersized color, and the standard and the mid-size is in the black. So TS1, which is the product that Francesco Molinari uses among others on the PGA Tour. We made a custom design version for him in blue, and the story on that really quickly is so we customize most of our grips for tour players somehow, some way, whether it's custom design on the cap, the body color, slight change in profile. But for Molinari, he said, well, I'll play this as it is, but you have to change the red to blue. And I guess the story goes that his hometown's football club, their biggest rival's color was red. He's like, I can't use a red grip, or a grip with red in it. So we had to change it up for him, which obviously we had no problem doing. But this product, so really designed for a similar type of player as Sonar Tour is. The difference is the TS1 is a plus size grip in the right hand. Sonar Tour is not. Sonar Tour is a standard taper product. So this is designed, again, it's a firmer durometer designed for better players that like that kind of firm feel, but for somebody who wants something with a little more of a modern profile, so larger in the right hand. So original Crossline, probably don't need to spend a whole lot of time on this. It's been around for a long time. Will continue to certainly be in the line. Variety of shapes, sizes, colors. A little slightly firmer compound than normal. It's obviously got that iconic look with the full spray in it, and it's been around almost now for 30 years. Crazy, but still does extremely well for us, certainly. And then you have really the firmest grip in the marketplace, Crossline Full Cord for the player that wants that, who really likes that really aggressive feel on a grip with cord. This is the firmest, most aggressive grip from that perspective available in the marketplace currently. Crossline Black is Crossline without the white full spray. Pretty simply, that's what it is. So this is our most kind of cost-friendly product in the U.S. Some of you may be familiar with the fact that our previous distribution partner had taken Crossline Black and created kind of a subcategory that they put X10 on the end cap. I really want to move away from that because I think that product is identified as being kind of a loss leader, like value product, even priced even lower than what original Crossline Black is. And for us, the direction of Lamkin, really focusing in on premium product and technology, we can certainly still offer Crossline Black, but that's kind of the thought that we have from the U.S. perspective, is moving to that as opposed to this other product, which is kind of more known for being a value product. So Crossline 360. This is a newer version of Crossline, made with a slightly softer, upgraded material. I'm pretty sure you guys have one of these in your packets as well. So it's designed for, you can see it can be installed in any orientation. So really, really good for adjustable club heads, where people are concerned about the name of the grip being at a particular angle. If you're fiddling around, if the consumer is fiddling around with adjustability. This grip, along with many of our other products, is also very popular with OEMs. And I think that this color, though, this gray and black color, is specific to the aftermarket. So you see a lot of these products, especially in a lot of the new wedges for TaylorMade and Callaway that have just recently launched. But this is just product that is specific. This color, I should say, is specific to the aftermarket. It's also this is a standard taper product as well. It's not plus sized. So Crossline 1150 is a grip that is longer, so it's 11.5 inches long. So it's designed for wedges specifically. So it's also made with a different material, our ACE material, which is much tackier than the original Crossline, which is more of a baseline EPDM material. So again, it's a 360 orientation that's a great wedge specific product. UTX is, by count, probably our most widely used product on the PGA Tour currently. So we make a lot of different colors in this version. So Tony Finau, we make a green and yellow version of UTX for him. For Cameron Champ, he uses UTX gray, and we do a special end cap for him. Lots of players using this product. It's a really interesting product because compared to Crossline Full Cord, which is very firm and very aggressive, this is a more comfortable feeling corded product. So a lot of better players really like the fact that they get, if you're a cord guy, but you don't want a cord grip that tears up your hands, UTX is a nice balance from that perspective. So it's firm, but not overly aggressive. Okay, so getting into new product now for 2020. So we took if you remember, the original Sonar Tour was in a gray color. We got a lot of requests for Sonar Tour in black, so we figured let's offer a Sonar Tour in black, but also incorporate our new Calibrate technology. So that's really what this is. It's available just in a standard size. Now, when I pass this grip around, this comes from a prototype tool. So the reason why I kind of quantify that is because the reminder feel that you're going to get for this particular product isn't quite as prominent as the actual finished product will be. So please, when you're feeling this, just take that into consideration, because this is a kind of a product in process. So the reminder will feel more prominent than what that does. But functionally, it's a product that, again, will incorporate our brand new Calibrate technology. It'll be a plus size grip as compared, so larger in the right hand, as compared to original Sonar Tour, which is more of a standard taper. And it's designed for better player that likes a reminder feel. So it's firmer durometer, firmer feel, kind of more simpler look. All of the Calibrate products share this new kind of lime green accent color. That's how you'll know moving forward that we're producing something with Calibrate technology. So in standard size. So we're pretty excited about this. All the new products that we're talking about will be shipping in January of next year, just as an FYI. So Sonar Wrap Calibrate, which I already passed out a little bit earlier. Very excited about this product because it's the only and the first ever ribbed wrap grip. No one's ever made one before. So again, trying to innovate in the category. And it's also very prominent. Again, similar to what we talked about with the original Sonar Wrap, it features those progressive sky dimensions. It's also plus sized, and it's a very unique product. We're exceptionally excited about this, at least from early sell-in numbers that we're getting in the U.S. So, also featuring again Genesis material and of course the fingerprint technology. So the next product, it's interesting. So we've been working with Justin Rose over the last month or so on developing a new grip for him. So Justin currently uses a slightly older grip for us called REL, and the REL product is somewhat unique because it doesn't feature fingerprint technology, and it's not a cross-line product. It's kind of it was a tacky, slightly tacky yet very smooth feeling product. And Justin likes that sort of hand feel. He doesn't like to feel textures. He wants more of his hands, more of his fingers on the grip itself. So the other interesting thing about him is he's incredibly particular about specs. He's literally he's one of those guys, probably him and Tiger Woods, of everybody on the PGA Tour, are the two that are most adept at differentiating dimensional differences and weight differences in grips. Like he can pick up a grip that's a gram different than the other, and he'll be able to tell the difference. And he's shown us that time and time again. It's pretty amazing, actually. So for him, Justin is a mid plus size player. So meaning standard, you have a standard taper profile, then you have almost a reverse taper with a traditional plus size grip, which again simulates 4 wraps under the right hand. He's a +2 guy. So this grip is a mid plus size grip. So that we're developing for Justin. So I unfortunately we don't have it shafted. I don't know if he's going to want paint fill or what the actual color of the compound will be for him. But this will be his grip for next year, which is smoother and tackier. So we knew we needed to develop a new material. So our design team came up with a new type of Genesis compound, which is very much tackier than any other product that we've introduced so far. And what makes it unique is, so for Justin, we had to develop this product which is tacky yet smooth. So we decided, well, why don't we incorporate that baseline product into our newest kind of high-end, all bells and whistles, brand new product for next year. So ST, hybrid calibrate. So the ST stands for smooth tack. So as opposed to fingerprint technology, where you get your traction from microtextures, and which doesn't necessarily lend itself well to the inclusion of cord because it's too much. When you try and add cord to a fingerprint technology product, it becomes too aggressive. So we wanted to improve the category. And right now, if you look at the comparison product from Golf Pride and the multi-compound product, the right hand, the lower portion of that grip, most people would consider very firm. And actually, if it sits under the sun for a while, it starts to get a little bit slick, but it's very firm, almost too hard. So we have a product here which is smoother, tackier, slightly softer, feels a lot better in the right hand, we feel like. So you have a product that's designed to really magnify what you want with your left hand and your right hand. So left hand is, you have that nice anchored feeling with the cord and the calibrate technology. But it's not too harsh of a feel because cord lends itself really, really well to be introduced into this sort of baseline constituent material that we, the hyper tacky Genesis compound. So before I pass this around, this is also a prototype version of this material. So when you're looking at the cord in your UTX product that you have, that's more of how the cord is going to present itself. When we do a prototype version of a product with prototype tooling, we actually use a laser to burn in the features of the product. When you burn in cord, it pops up a little bit, and you'll see that the green feature in the cord section is a little faded. The actual finished product won't have those challenges, but you can get a general feel of the left and the right hand, and we were really excited about this particular product. So it's a product, again, that's designed, as I mentioned, as I write there, to optimize the contrast between what you want with the left hand and what you want with the right hand. And it feels great in the right hand, your leading or guiding hand, and gives you that nice traction in that nice balance between kind of a soft chord feel in the left hand as well. So this also will be available in January. And when we ship you all the samples of these new products, so obviously they won't be prototype tooling. They'll be regular, coming out of a regular tool product. So this ST Hybrid Plus 2 Calibrate will be available in two different sizes, in a standard and a mid-size. And I haven't been giving you US-based map pricing so far, but Vijay will send you all that information. But just to give you an idea, this will be our most expensive swinging grip in the marketplace. In the US, we'll have a map price of $11 for this particular product. So moving on.
It's probably worth mentioning the Crossline Plus and the wrap.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely, Sam. Yeah.
So before you start with the photographs.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for relying. Okay. So I don't have slides for these, but we could certainly talk about it. So we designed incrementally another updated version of an improved version of Crossline, which incorporate plus size dimensions, so more of a modern profile. So we have Crossline Plus and Crossline Plus Wrap. So in the US, this year, these products were exclusive to our largest retail partner, the Dixon Golf Galaxy in the US. But we can now offer these globally to other markets outside of the US. So these are going to be a little slightly more expensive than original Crossline. They have a really nice kind of softer. I don't know if there was do you know when these were installed? If you guys put grip tape under them?
Oh, I don't know. That was last night.
Not sure. Yeah. It doesn't really. It's fine. It doesn't matter. So they're yeah. Okay. So anyway, these are brand new. For you guys, no one's seen these before. So this particular product's available in standard and mid-size, the Crossline Plus, and Crossline Plus Wrap is available in a standard size. And for some reason, I don't know why that's happening, but okay. Please excuse the paint fill. Haven't really seen that happen before. Why that is, but anyway, those will be brand new. So those incorporate our Ace material, which is a little softer, tackier material than original Crossline. So I can promise you that any grips that you would actually receive wouldn't have those challenges with the white paint fill towards the mouth. So, similarly to swinging grips on the putting grip side of things. So some of you may be familiar with our. So it's really kind of a similar mindset for us. So we want to make sure that we have products that meet the needs of the different types of players, different shapes, different sizes, different tactile feels. So from that perspective, the first product, which some of you may be familiar with because it's widely used from an OEM perspective on Bettinardi and Toulon Design by Callaway and a variety of others, is our deep etched product. So it's got kind of an iconic tour shape. We've introduced, and I think you guys probably should have versions of this in your packet. So we're now introducing 3 new colors into deep etched. So this is a really nice opportunity for each of you because you have a tour validated product in nice color schemes that are really, really, I think, nicely priced for the aftermarket. So I don't really know of any other product that offers you a lot of tour validation in bright colors at a price point that is, in the U.S. map price is around $10 or $11 in that range. So it's a really nice combination of things. The other thing to note is that the original deep etched product was made in a baseline rubber, kind of more of a basic rubber. With these new colors, then moving forward in black, we're incorporating Genesis material. So it's a more tactile, slightly softer, kind of upgraded feel. So we're excited to be able to offer that moving forward. So it's again, what we're also seeing on tour these days in the U.S. is people are moving away from the much larger jumbo tour grips to medium and smaller size products. We're seeing that trend happen really over the past year or so. So there's also a full cord version of deep etched for those of you, for those customers who prefer that corded feel. And really, this is somewhat unique. I don't really know of any other what I would call tour size corded putter grips that are still left or available in the marketplace these days. So I think it's fairly unique from that perspective. So Sync Fit. So the Sync Fit franchise is really where we're putting all of our eggs into from a basket perspective, I suppose. And we have different types of Sync Fit products. So these are made of 100% full rubber, and you've got different shapes and different sizes. So this is an ergonomically designed straight mid-size shape that's full rubber. This is the mid-size version of full rubber pistol. So these are heavier grips. Both of these grips weigh between about 110, 115 in that range. So for certain putter types that actually benefit from a heavier weighted product, those fit the needs nicely. The other two on the right there, those are what we call the skinny pistol. So that's also 100% rubber, and it's got a more smaller kind of profile or design for people that like that sort of shape. And that grip weighs about 75 grams, so it could be utilized in about any kind of configuration without any challenges related to swing weight or anything else. So all these products feature Genesis material and fingerprint technology. So before I get into more of our products, to give you an idea, one of the benefits that we feel like we offer with our putter grips is the fact that with Genesis material and fingerprint technology, you get a much more durable and we feel like a better tactile feeling product. The category leader in the putter grip space, Superstroke. So the challenge that their process creates from a durability perspective is the way that a Superstroke grip is made, or the company that makes it for them, the way that they make it. They have a foam or lightweight underlisting or inner core, which is surrounded by a polyurethane sleeve, which is then sprayed with a clear coat that gives the grip its tack. The challenge is that, especially in wet conditions, or if it stays out in the sun too long, once that clear coat goes away, which it does pretty much after it gets wet, almost the first time, the grip then becomes slick, hard, and the material starts to degrade pretty rapidly. So you don't have that issue with Genesis material and rubber. So that's kind of a baseline thought for us. We also do have our own PU versions in both the straight and the pistol shapes that are mid-sized products. I can tell you that these products, the initial rubber mid-sized products, and also the PU products, are priced competitively. So they are priced less actually than Superstroke. And we've done quite well with these in the U.S. because they're all U.S. mapped price in the $20 range or $19.99 range, as opposed to Superstroke, which is higher than that in most cases. So what's new for us this year? So when I mentioned to you guys how a Superstroke grip is made, so for us, we wanted to innovate and improve the category. So the challenge with a mid-size full rubber grip is weight, right? So this grip weighs about 115 grams in that range. So we've created a technology that can incorporate a lighter weight underlisting, similar to what our friends do, but as opposed to a polyurethane sleeve, which then requires a clear coat over it to give it its tack, which we already talked about, the challenges related to that. We've designed and created a Genesis material rubber sleeve that can go over a lightweight and underlisting. So you get the best of both worlds. You get that lightweight, desired weight spec, but without any of the challenges related to durability. You get an enhanced feel, better traction, much better durability with this product. So this is the new product for us. It's the first rubber sleeve product that we've done. What I want to do is I want to pass around these two grips so you can see or actually feel the weight difference between a full rubber grip and a grip that's sleeved with rubber, which will give you the same tactile feel with a much lighter underlisting. So before I get into this product, so you can kind of feel the difference. One's 75 grams, one's 115 grams, basically. So Sync Fit Deep V, our first sleeved product, which basically incorporates a lot of input from Tour. I just mentioned at the the trend these days is for smaller and smaller to medium-sized grips to be once again becoming more popular on tour. So from a shape perspective, we know that people like our overall pistol design, and this incorporates more of you'll be able to see and feel the V. It's almost an exaggerated reminder feel. So we've taken input from a lot of putting coaches on tour as well as players on tour to design 2 different sizes and shapes in this initial Sync Fit Deep V design. So there'll be two different sizes available. So a standard size and a mid-size. What you're feeling right now is actually kind of in between the two. So again, that comes from a prototype mold. So what you'll feel now is one that's kind of in the middle. So what you'll actually be receiving will be one that's slightly smaller than that and one that's slightly larger than that. So this is the first of its kind. No one's ever come up with a rubber sleeve product over a lightweight underlisting. So we're pretty excited about this. And we'll continue to incrementally introduce over the coming years different shapes and different sizes and different color combinations in this sleeve putter grip family. So as it says right there, you're getting, we're trying to innovate the category, and it's kind of hopefully a continuous theme with everything that we're talking about here. Is everything that we're doing, and we're trying to improve the category in one way. So beyond that, which I don't really need samples of, but we do make training grips, fairly self-explanatory, that you can offer. The arthritic grip continues to be a popular product for us. We're really the only company that makes something like this. So it's kind of a nice advantage as well to be able to feature and offer that. So I didn't go through some other products like REL, for example, to give you guys an understanding and visibility. If there are any products that any of that we didn't talk about today, but you're aware of, whether it's a different color or a different style or different design, we can all work together. So Sam and Bijal know already that we have. I never like to use the word discontinue. So because I understand that, especially in like our partners in Japan and Korea order products that we haven't sold in the U.S. for several years, but they have a demand for it still. So we will continue to make products that aren't on here. If there's anything else that you guys, again, REL probably being an example of that, or the Z5 product, which won't be in our catalog for next year. So basically, what I've shown you so far is everything that will be in our North American catalog for next year. But if there are other products, we have an MOQ. We can work that out with Sam and Bijal. But if there are other products that you guys would like to carry, or you feel like you have a demand for, if it's a particular color of REL or something like that, just let us know, and we'll try and make it happen.